Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Shanae Show. So it has been over a year since I got the first volume of this series. I'm not holding all 6 books up when I talk about it, but I wanted to show the 6 volumes that I had. And that series is The Remarried Empress. It's been a little bit over a year since I first got this. I can't remember what day I got it at Anime Expo 2023, but I got it, it might have been day 2 or 3. I was at the J Novel Club booth. I was looking around and my sister pointed this one out and said, hey, you might like this one. The kind of bummer thing about the J Novel Club, the booth specifically at least, was that it was cash only, which on the one hand on the one hand, it did make sense because it was just easier. Sometimes it's just easier to take cash, you know? And then on the other hand, as I said, it was kind of a bummer because sometimes you just have your money accessible in your card or in a card. And I only had like $20 in cash, so it was like perfect. So I really had to limit what I was looking for, and I decided to pick up this. At the time that I'm recording this, I only have the first 6 volumes, and by the time this goes up, I might have more volumes. This is a webtoon turned graphic novel, and honestly, it's, in my opinion, it's kind of criminally underrated. The fact that I'm repeating myself here, but what I was trying to say is I feel like it's a little bit criminal, so to say, that this is so underrated. It's criminally underrated, as I said. Okay, I got distracted. I can understand some complaints where it's like, oh, the main character, like Navier, not necessarily like the kind of character I want to read about, doesn't really show a lot of personality from the get-go. That isn't to say that Navier doesn't have a personality, it's just the setup that she's in, you know? She's supposed to be very, not that she's not supposed to have a personality, but because she's the Empress, it's like her husband, the Emperor, goes first. So it's his personality that's supposed to supersede hers. So I can understand some complaints with that where it's like, oh, I just wanted to see some more personality from her from the get-go. You really do start seeing more of her when you get further into it. Like by the end of this first physical volume, you really do see some of the minute details of her personality and who she is and some of her interests and the people she gets along with. These covers are gorgeous. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. As I said, it's a webtoon turned graphic novel. I should probably start reading the webtoon too, just so I can read more. At this point in time when I'm recording, I haven't read volume 6 yet. I want to. And honestly, I think this series is what kickstarted, for me at least, getting back into manga at least, this graphic novel series, the webtoon, even though I haven't read the webtoon, I've only read it as the graphic novels. This is what kind of kickstarted me back into that world. I have been reading more manga lately. I haven't read a lot of new manga. I haven't read a lot of new to me manga. The only one I can think of right now at this point in time when I'm recording this is The Apothecary Diaries, although I have started looking at some other potential manga. And if the J Novel booth is around at Anime Expo, which I'll have to double check, if it's around at AX this year, 2024, yes, I am recording this before Anime Expo, but as I was saying, if it's around, I might try to get a couple of manga that I'm interested in or that I've heard good things about. I just wanted to highlight the series. I love it so much, and as I was saying, it's kind of criminally underrated. I don't hear that much about it. I hear some people when I post about it on social media, on my Bookstagram specifically, people are like, oh my gosh, it's a graphic novel as well. And I'm like, yeah, you can have it on your physical bookshelves as kind of like trophies if you read the webtoon already. And honestly, I love this. Not a lot of people like her love interest. Why am I blanking on his name? Prince Heinrich. There we go. I didn't see it in this, but Prince Heinrich, a lot of people don't really like how he looks, but I think it's for me at least, it's a combination. I don't want to look at, I should not be looking at volume 6 when I haven't read it yet. As I was saying, for me, it's a combination of his looks and his personality that's attractive. I wouldn't necessarily consider this historical fiction necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily consider it historical. I would say it's historical fiction adjacent, just because of the way a lot of these things are presented and the way a lot of the events kind of go down, you know? It's historical fiction, historical adjacent romance. I know this video was on the shorter side, but I just wanted a little bit of video time to talk about the series because I absolutely love it. I think more people should be talking about this series, whether it's as the webtoon or the graphic novels. More people need to talk about this. And I almost want to say, this is a situation of, it kind of almost reminds me of Trinity Blood, at least with, it's not as dark as Trinity Blood, and it's not in the fantasy vein like Trinity Blood is, but just with the way some of the politics in this world are handled, it almost reminds me of the way politics in Trinity Blood are handled. If you like Trinity Blood and like some of those political aspects to Trinity Blood, give this a try. As I was saying, I know this video is on the shorter side, so I appreciate you watching this nonetheless. If you've read The Remarried Empress, please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.